doing? This is going to be your February 2021 tarot reading. If you're new here, I'm Sarah. This is Cancer Capricorn Guidance, and I'm here to bring you love, light, and guidance through tarot, astrology, and spirituality. In my description box, you can find my email. If you'd like to reach out to me to schedule a personal reading, please feel free to do so. You can also find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can also find some links to some Spotify playlists I made, and you can find my PayPal link if you would like to donate to this channel. It would mean the world to me, so thank you so much if you choose to do that. So, Aquarius, what's been up with y'all? Aquarius, you're about to have a ride. So right at the end of December, we had Jupiter and Saturn move out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. This is going to be a whole new era of air and Aquarius energy. And also, we're coming up on Aquarius season, or we are in Aquarius season. We're in Aquarius season for the sun, and then we have a lot of planetary action regarding Aquarius in February, in the month of February. So keep an eye out. I will be posting a video for, I'm doing an astrology transit breakdown of some of the astrology happenings of February. It's just going to be a collective reading about how some of these energy shifts are going to affect us. I might do like just one big collective energy reading, but keep an eye out for that. February is going to be a big month with a lot happening, so I'm going to go over some aspects that are going to be happening, and it's a lot of Aquarius energy. So, Aquarius. I don't know, I feel like there's going to be this is really general, but just there's going to be some big changes for Aquarius. I feel like Aquarius is going to experience a shift, and it might even feel kind of sudden. It might feel like, oh wow, the last few months or however long has kind of been leading up to this, and I understand now because you're finally experiencing that shift. Interesting. I think Aquarius has been doing a lot of inner work to kind of remove things from their environment and their surroundings that aren't serving them. I think you've been shedding a lot of energies that aren't good for you, Aquarius, anymore. And so with all of these, all these things that you're kind of removing from your energy, removing from your life, you're getting closer to a shift that's going to happen. I just feel shift energy. Yeah, Aquarius is going to be, all these planets in Aquarius, it's just going to be a huge push forward collectively. Like, we're finally going to see some progress, I think, on larger scales, but I think Aquarius, you specifically, you might be feeling some of that energy of, like, just shifting forward, finally, things moving forward, things kind of progressing, and in ways that you didn't expect or imagine, because Aquarius can be very unconventional and, innovative in a lot of ways, so there could be movements forward in ways that you weren't expecting, or you have to think outside the box and, come up with some of those innovative ways to move forward in your own life. It's time to move forward, and you got to think creatively of how you can do so under the circumstances that you're in. So, Aquarius, let's get into your reading and see what comes up for y'all. Any messages for Oh my god, why did I say Sagittarius? Aquarius? Interesting. Watch the Sagittarius reading. I think some of the same energy came up, like Sagittarius is coming into something really new, and they're excited about it. Any messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, any placements you may have in your chart, and any energy that you've been vibing with? Any messages for Aquarius for February 2021? Any messages for Aquarius for February 2021? That was a lot. Any messages for Aquarius? February 2021. Messages of love, truth, healing, light, forgiveness, clarity, understanding, shifting, change. I just got shift in mindset, shift in the way you view something, shift in perspective. Any messages for Aquarius? I'm being told to pull. There it is. Yeah, okay. Interesting. All right, so for the overall energy, I have the Ace of Swords reverse. Then I have the Five of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Six of Swords, the Hierophant reverse, and the Emperor reverse. Aquarius, I'm getting an interesting energy of letting down your guard, letting go of control, being confused, but no, I'm getting this energy of nothing was happening, so I made it happen. Okay, so the Ace of Swords reverse, I'm getting that you feel confused about something. You feel like you don't have a clear answer about something right now. There's something that maybe makes you feel like your judgment is being clouded, so you feel unable to make a decision. You just don't feel very clear-minded. Maybe you've just been kind of out of it. Maybe you're not feeling sharp. Maybe something's been kind of weighing heavy on your mind, so it hasn't been able to help you think clearly or like make decisions. Maybe you're really hesitant about making a decision about something. You just don't have the surety that you want about something. You don't have the understanding of something, or you just don't know something. Maybe you're waiting to hear an answer about something. You don't know something yet because you're waiting to hear an answer about it, or waiting for a response from the other end. I'm seeing Five of Wands and Nine of Cups. If you recently experienced some kind of argument or fallout or butting heads with someone, I feel like either you or this other person is kind of, because this fight happened, it's relief to them and they kind of got what they wanted because they gave them an opportunity to get space from you. This may be you too. There was an argument that finally occurred after a lot of silence, a lot of confusion maybe. Or maybe this argument has left you in a place of like you're waiting to hear from this other person because right now it made you kind of split, and this person got what they wanted. They got an opportunity to get away from you, or you got an opportunity to get out of a situation with them. This fight or argument that occurred, someone really got their wish. They actually got to get away from someone. Yeah, I'm getting that with the Wheel of Fortune reverse and the Six of Swords. This sucks, but fate was kind of meant to turn this way, and this is my karma coming back to me. This is shitty that this is the way things turned out, but I'm just gonna move on. I have to move on. There's this feeling of like there was an argument that occurred, a fallout that occurred between people, and it's actually, you're realizing that this is what I wanted and this was what I needed, and I didn't realize that that's what I wanted and needed, and it's making me realize a lot about this person or this connection, this relationship, where I don't want this to be my future. I can't grow with this person. I can't expand with this person. This card's a lot of Jupiter energy. There's not a lot of hope or optimism about this connection and it really being a part of your future. So I think you're choosing to move on. This could be the other person too. Maybe they came to these realizations after an argument, and maybe you've come to this realization and you're being kind of silent about it right now. Maybe you're not communicating with someone because there was this, and you're actually kind of enjoying the distance or space. Maybe it's making you realize that you really want to move on from this. Yeah, I'm interesting. It's like the wheel kind of turned and fate revealed itself, and it's not great, and it's not what you expected, and it sucks, but you're realizing like this is kind of what I wanted to happen. Like I wanted to remove myself from this situation, and now I kind of have an opportunity to, or things came to light and it was kind of like a tension that was resolved. I'm feeling like there was just a tension kind of residing over this. Maybe the tension hasn't been resolved yet, but I feel like you are moving on. There's some part of you that's just like, it's time to move on, or this other person is thinking it's really time to move on. Or maybe you've been not in contact with someone where there was an argument and you're kind of waiting to hear from them, and you just feel like it's not coming, so you're deciding to just move away, move on from it, get over it, like move on from the situation, or move on from the person even, move on from the connection. Because I'm seeing that the Hierophant reverse and the Emperor, this could be a separation of some kind of like marriage or like serious commitment between two people. But I'm seeing like it's kind of breaking down your ideas of traditions. Maybe you had a traditional thought pattern of what you wanted with this person and what you thought the relationship was going to work out as. And now that things have turned out this way, it's kind of making you look really differently at things like marriage and like long-term commitment. Yeah, that's interesting. Because I feel like this is you realizing that things don't always turn out how you think that they're going to. And you kind of letting go of the reins, letting go of control in this situation, because you're realizing that, like, you know, I thought I had a lot of beliefs, I had a lot of ideas about how things were supposed to work, especially in terms of relationship maybe, or even just like a hope you were having. Maybe you're waiting to hear from someone about an opportunity and you're waiting to hear back for a confirmation of something. And actually the silence, maybe there was an argument, there was tension, there was silence, and you're actually like, no, you know, I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm not gonna get an answer, or I'm not gonna get the answer I want, or I've been waiting too long in the silence, and actually this is great, this is what I wanted. I think this is me realizing that that wasn't what I wanted, that opportunity, so I'm gonna move on. I wanted this separation from this, or this thing to like not come together. It's like you wanted this to kind of fall out. You're kind of waiting for it to. And you're moving on. There's a lot in life that you're moving on from. I feel like it's just the energy of things that didn't work out. And so you're finally accepting that and moving on. You're like, I have dreams, but I don't think it's here. I don't know. I just feel like there's something about moving on here, because this, wherever you are now, whoever you're with, it's not part of the future. It's not what you want. And you're just moving on. And now you're looking at things really differently. Like, I guess things don't usually go that way, or I thought this was the progression of every relationship, or I wanted to marry this person, now I don't. I don't know. It's like this whole idea shifting of how you're in interpersonal connection, in interpersonal relationships. I think that's shifting a lot for you, or just things around you even, like maybe your idea of institutions is really shifting right now. Maybe you're developing a new belief system for yourself. Your mind, like I said in the beginning, your mind and your perspectives are kind of shifting. Yeah, I see a lot of that, because it's also this letting go of control, and I think it's you also letting go of this know-it-all attitude. I see the Emperor in reverse as like, maybe you've gone too hard with the, you know, Aries energy, the Mars energy of like having control over situations, or dominating situation, or always taking the reins, always taking the wheel. But I think that you kind of stepped back from this and you realize that you're not going to get what you want out of it, or it's not what you want anymore, or it's not the dream you want to be chasing, or, you know, the silence that I'm the lack of communication I'm getting, that's good. This is my chance. I'm going to peace out right now. I'm going to move on from this. And it's kind of shifting your perspective, and, you know, you just learning to like move on from it and stop trying to control the situation a certain way. That's you letting go of control a lot, letting go of this, like, I know how things are supposed to be because I have this trust in my beliefs and like my values, my foundations. But I think a lot of that is shifting for you right now, Aquarius. I'm getting a lot of that. That's really interesting. I think your ideas around like traditions, like relationships and institutions and things like that is really shifting for you. You may be like switching up your belief set right now, and because of the new decisions that you're making that maybe you weren't expecting yourself to take action like that, or make a decision like that, but it's shifting your beliefs, because maybe it's like it was an action first, and then it was a realization of, well, that action reflected my beliefs, so I guess my beliefs have changed a little bit because I didn't expect myself to do that thing. Interesting. All right, 3 cards of advice for Aquarius. Any messages of advice for Aquarius regarding this spread for February 2021? Interesting. So I have the 7 of Cups, the King of Swords reverse, and the High Priestess reverse. The 7 of Cups tells me to keep your mind open. Whatever this is, if this is something that kind of fell through and there was a fallout here and you just had to turn your back on it and walk away, there's going to be other things that bring you joy. There's going to be other things of value. There's going to be other like opportunities and options coming in for you. So make sure to keep your mind open and your eyes open, your heart open to those types of things. There may be something here that didn't work out, but I'm also getting to keep an open mind. If you're shifting your beliefs, be open to new ideas, new value systems, new maybe even morals. Maybe you used to do things you're not proud of and you're kind of shifting into taking yourself more seriously and wanting to do better, be better, like Maybe you're realizing a lot about how you are in partnerships and you want to be a better partner. You're shifting your belief system, your values, but just keep an open mind about different ways, different lifestyles, different ways of doing things, different ways of looking at things. I'm getting perception here, and I'm also getting illusion. So yeah, maybe you are realizing a lot about your belief system and are realizing that you've lived under illusions for a while, or like, there were things you believed in that weren't actually true, or there were some illusions here. So I would say analyze some of those things and see what's shifting for you. And the King of Swords reverse, this is your energy, the King of Swords. I think this is reminding you to keep your guard down. Don't be so I guess closed off in a way. Like, keep yourself open, keep your heart open, and don't let yourself get too carried away with like the dominant complex. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like, you used to be the Hierophant and the Emperor, like getting just know-it-all energy. Like you, or at least you were just very like, you felt all-knowing, like you felt so confident in your belief system. You thought it was like this, the way of truth. But I think there's some semblance of truth that has been shifted for you, like what you feel is the truth. And I think it's good to keep your mind open, keep your guard down, and be open to these new things, and let go of this idea of like, being so convicted of like what you believe, so convinced on, so set on your beliefs. I think this is saying like, keep an open mind a little bit. Be ready to like let in new ideas and like other ways of thinking, I guess. And the High Priestess reverse. I think this has been saying you've been ignoring your intuition a little too much, and you haven't been relying on that as a way to kind of guide you through this shift for you, and the way that you're shifting your thinking and your thought process and your beliefs and all that stuff. I think it's saying that you're a little bit out of touch with your intuition. It's time to get in touch with that a little bit. Or this could be that you need to rely on it a little less. Maybe you kind of have done things in the past where you're like, you hear information, you're just like, that's true, done. It's like, maybe you should dig a little deeper. There's something about like, with the Hierophant here and the High Priestess, there's something about like old books of knowledge. So maybe you want to go back and like do a little history digging. It's something that you may be out of touch with. Yeah, to go into these systems of like understanding, like knowledge. I don't know how to describe this. The Hierophant and the Empress, the High Priestess, there are cards about like knowledge, wisdom, like old traditional knowledge, like old books, religious texts, things like that. So maybe that's something that you could be reverting to right now to discover more about yourself or to learn more. That's really interesting. I got all those messages. Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. This was a very strange reading. Definitely not what I expected, but when I put it together, it made a lot of sense for Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed this. If you got any messages out of this, please leave comments down below. I would love to hear about it. In my description box, you can find my email. You can reach out to me if you'd like to schedule a personal reading. You can also find my Instagram. Feel free to give me a follow. You can find some links to some Spotify playlists, and you can find my PayPal link. Aquarius, I really like this reading. This was very interesting. I hope that you got something out of it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next reading.